18 WJTS Sports presents the Corydon Central Panthers versus the Jasper Wildcats. This game is brought to you by
Carpet Warehouse, DuBois County Tire and Supply, Ubilar & Sons, Maringer's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Now let's go down to the court.
Welcome to Jasper High School. Tonight on a Tuesday night, the Jasper Wildcats back in action against the Corydon Central Panthers. The Wildcats come into the ball game 2-7 on the season. Corydon Central stands at 4-8. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos on the video. And Jason, just kind of a recap of last weekend. I think the biggest number to recap, if you want to talk about how the Wildcats played and what happened in those two losses to Boise and then also to Washington on Saturday night. 42 turnovers in two ball games.
Yeah, that's correct, Craig. That's obviously, I'm sure, the biggest point that coaches have, made yesterday at practice. It's very tough to win a high school basketball game or any basketball game when you have that many turnovers. You had 22 at Boise and 20 again the next night at Washington. So, it's a mental thing. You just have to take care of the basketball.
Right.
When you lose a close ball game, all those turnovers add up to potential opportunities that you never even got a shot off.
Right.
Tonight I think the coaching staff wants us to come out, wants the players to come out and execute what their game plan is. Take care of the basketball.
Right.
That's obviously the biggest thing they need to do tonight.
Well, that's going to be one thing. Again, when we were talking to Coach Albrand after the game, he said, the difficult part about it is that we don't have enough time to correct a lot of those mistakes, and it has to be done on the court. So we're going to have to see what the byproduct is tonight as the Wildcats are just right back in action here Tuesday.
Yeah, it's kind of a in-game correction. You don't have enough opportunities to practice and try to right the ship in practice, so you got to do it on the fly.
Right. Okay, so we are underway. Again, Corydon right now riding a two-game winning streak. They actually had lost 5 straight prior to their win against Clarksville and Crawford County last weekend, so they're starting to get things back on track for them as they come up with the basketball and quickly the other way.
And we got a turnover, right out of the gate on our first possession, and I think they called that a jump ball. Jasper will retain the possession for it, but Corydon will retain possession. Again, first possession, turnover.
Right.
I guess one way to look at it is it can't do nothing but get better for the rest of the game.
Right. Well, there's a drive to the basket, and it's actually going to be a blocking foul called on Berger underneath, so that should put number 10, Colton Kaiser, at the line. So their starters are Tyler Fessel. He's their leading scorer. He's number 3. Colton Kaiser is number 10. He's 6'4". Anthony Martin's number 11. Number 15 is Jager Holton, and number 21 is Bryce Weber, and the Wildcats are out there with Isaac Day, Tanner Ernie, Caleb Berger, number 45 Connor Foley, and Jace Goodhue. So, just the one thing as far as, the positives over the weekend is really the play of Connor Foley, how he's starting to assert himself as a basketball player. Yeah,
Connor played really well down at Boise the other night. He was right in there with all the athletes that they had out there. We were able to put him out there and be a good athlete too. And he played decent at Washington, but he's starting to get into basketball shape a little bit out of the football part of it. And see, there's another. We'll retain possession of it, but to me it's a turnover because we shouldn't have had to have the jump ball. The ball went right through his hands.
Right.
And it's just a little bit of lack of concentration.
Yeah, I think that one right there is almost the same mistake you can make as a wide receiver in football. You just took your eye off the ball as it was being fed. You're trying to make a move before you even have the ball in your hands.
Yeah, you teach kids from little on up. You got to catch the ball first, before you do anything.
Right.
And that's exactly what that was.
Well, Foley makes a spin move there, and now has to kick out to the corner. And Day is a little bit long on that 3, but Connor comes up with the board. Battles up here, puts it up and in for the Wildcats' first 2.
I'm looking at, the size of Corydon. It looks like Connor should have his way inside with his athleticism, with the ability to jump and do those type of things. The biggest thing he's got to do is stay out of foul trouble.
So 3-pointers on the way, doesn't go there. Ernie comes up with it, quickly up to Day, and he does a nice job going on the reverse layup to get his first 2.
You know, and that's something that we got to do is put the pressure on them. You know, right there, we moved the ball down the floor quickly after a missed shot. You know, and that's what I'm sure the coaching staff wants to maintain. You know, play quick, but don't get in a hurry. You know, and that sounds like it contradicts itself, but you know, you want to be quick getting the ball down, but you don't want to hurry your shot and end up taking a bad shot.
All right, so we get a whistle down low. This is going to be a foul on the Wildcats.
Day, I think, is going to get that one.
So first foul on Isaac. 4-2 is our score. 5:43. Read it wrong up there. 5:40 on the clock now in the first quarter. Little turnaround jumper does not go for Weber. And here come the Wildcats on the right side. Day's going to attack the lane again, and can't get the roll there. Kind of
hung up there, but it just didn't fall the right direction.
So as I mentioned, Fessel's their leading scorer. He's averaging 15 points a ball game. He's number 3. Martin.
He's only a sophomore, isn't he?
Yeah. And Martin's also a sophomore. He's averaging 11 points, just under 12, 11.9. He's number 11. So we'll see how they can score tonight for the Panthers. But a nice move there. Putting the shot up and in is Holton, number 15, for his first 2. Tied at 4. Ernie, damn, we're getting those point-blank layups that aren't going.
Yeah, we're getting to the basket again, but you know, we're just not controlling the shot when we get ready to shoot it.
Well, and they make us pay on the other end as Kaiser hits a 3. So now Corydon has extended it to a 7-4 game. But Day comes right back and ties it.
Isaac did a good job there. You know, he looked to penetrate. It wasn't there, so he kind of backed it out a little bit and was able to hit the 3. That's not an easy shot when you're backing up, because you got to get your balance, your legs back under you, and he did a good job of it there. We forced a turnover there, and then a foul.
Yeah, so that's going to be the first foul on Anthony Martin, first team foul on Corydon. Cats have 2 fouls on them so far. Halfway through the first, we're tied at 7. And that's the thing. I mean, look at the size difference as far as Foley.
Yeah, that's what I said. Foley should have his way inside tonight. I mean, he's got, I don't know how big that guy is guarding him, but he's not only bigger or taller, but he's stronger and everything else.
Right. But the Cats hit another 3 there. This time Ernie pops one, so that makes it a 10-7 game. So Fessel brings it back up top. Now Martin makes a move. Over to the wing. Kick it back out for a 3-pointer is too long there, and so Ernie's going to bring it down. Quickly go the other way over to Day on the right wing. Goodhue feeds into Foley. Foley makes a move, and he's able to put it up with the left hand and in. So Cats getting good looks, and now they're starting to fall here.
Good ball movement. You know, we didn't force it. Goodhue didn't force the shot. And, Foley made a good cut to the bucket. We were able to find him.
Long 3 does not go, but an easy rebound and up and in. So we're talking about that size difference. That's Bryce Weber at 6'2", but he was able to get that rebound and bucket.
Well, and it all stems from the fact that Foley didn't block his man out.
Goodhue can't get that shot to go, misses another.
That's a
and
foul
that's gonna
on
be Foley.
Foley.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he makes a mistake on the one end, and Coach Gable's not happy with him at all, because I saw him yell at him down here to block out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he makes a mistake on the defensive end, and then goes down on the offensive end and compounds it by going over the back.
Yeah. Well, we got some wholesale changes. 3 subs for the Wildcats as Himes back in action tonight, so he missed a few games there. So good to see him back on the floor. You got Albrand out there and also Heichelbeck.
Whoa.
Ooh, a little piggyback ride.
I think they didn't have much choice but to call that foul.
No.
It's pretty obvious. That's 2 on Isaac, so he's going to have to come out. Berger's going to take his place. But so right now Jasper's got Allbrand, Berger, Heichelbeck, Ernie, and Heim's the other one out there.
Jasper up 12-9 with 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Jasper against Corydon Central.
Oh, there's a back cut.
And a nice play, but he cannot get the shot, but gets his own rebound. Now
that's an over the back on 15.
Right. A little frustration foul there as he
missed twice.
Yeah.
At point blank. Nice back cut, nice feed to him, and couldn't finish it.
So Jasper will bring it up. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Up by 3, 12-9.
Gus is another one that should have a heyday inside. I mean, you know, he's got a big size advantage.
Right. All right, so we got a whistle, and it's going to be inbound underneath, but Anthony Martin called for that foul. But yeah, you're talking about as far as this team, they start 2 sophomores, a senior, 2 seniors, and a junior. And then right now, actually, Owen Shireman's out there. He's number 23. He's a junior as well.
So you can see, you know, where they struggled early, you know, probably with lack of varsity experience, because I'm sure those 2 sophomores didn't have a lot of – there's a nice move by Heichelbeck, but, you know, those 2 sophomores probably did – maybe they did a little bit as freshmen last year, but, you know, that's probably where, you know, they struggled. Now they've won a couple games, but they're not bashful to shoot the threes, that's for sure.
Not. Kaiser is popping it. That's 2 of them for him, and makes it a 14-12 game. Jasper still with the lead. Good offensive rebound there by Ernie. So Cats hang on to the possession here.
It's good to see Heim back out on the floor. I know he missed some time with being close contact or something with the COVID stuff, so it's good to see him back out, getting the opportunity to play, especially being his senior year.
Right. Inside a minute, 14-12, Jasper up by 2. Spencer Inker looking to check in for the Cats. Kaiser backs up, Heim on him. Shireman's got it. They have Martin listed at 6'4", number 11 out there.
It might be a little shy on that.
Right,
I think. Maybe with the hair sticking up, maybe. I don't know, but
he's got a good-sized bod, though.
He does. He's well put together for a sophomore. Them referees are letting him play underneath.
Okay, so Allbrand quickly just gives it to Gus, and now
that's
setting up, and he's going to take the offensive foul. You could see that coming.
That guy was set from the time Gus caught the ball at the free throw line.
And he tried to stop and pop, but he went a little too deep into
his
the lane
his
there.
Momentum, he jumped, and his momentum carried him into the guys. So.
Yeah, that was one of those, if he stops at 12 feet instead of 8 feet,
yeah,
he probably didn't get that call.
England's in for Ernie.
So the fouls are racking up on the Wildcats. That's the 5th one already, Jason.
Yeah, 5 team fouls, and we're just about out of the first quarter, but you're right. That's, you know, so we're don't like to see that.
Yeah. 13 seconds on the clock as Corydon's going to rush it up there. Cats put big-time pressure on the ball. Pull-up jumper and swished right there by number 21, Bryce Weber. Cats have a desperation heat from half court, but Berger's too high on that one. So that buzzer beater for the Panthers ties the ball game against the Wildcats. We're at 14 at the end of 1 here on 18 WJTS. Back once again here at Jasper High School, 14-14 our score. Craig Schneider, Jason Stamm, Jeremy Markos bringing it here on 18 WJTS.
Corydon doesn't have a lot of inside game the way it looks. It looks like a lot of their stuff they try to do is out on the perimeter.
Berger takes it all the way. He had Beekler there if he would have bounced past it to him.
I'm not sure why he, you know, if he would have went up for the, I'm not so sure they didn't knock that in. But Berger had a left-handed layup, and he tried to cross over and made that shot a lot tougher than what it really should have been.
All right,
but back to my point was Corydon doesn't look like they run much inside game because they've got always 3 guys or 4 outside the 3-point line, and they look to keep the ball spaced.
All right, 1 minute into the second, sorry. Jumping ahead of myself here. 16-14. Good defense by the Wildcats on this possession for Corydon. Like I said, they're really not even flashing anybody down the blocks hardly.
No, they just kind of pass it around, and they end up with a shot like that. I mean, they could have had that shot 7 passes ago. But
so Albrand goes up with his left hand, and he draws the contact and will shoot 2.
You know, that was a good take to the basket by Jack. You know, I mean, we're tonight it looks like, you know, we're a little more aggressive with trying to get to the basket. You know, I mean, we missed quite a few close range shots already, but, you know, at least we're getting there.
All right, so Gus gets a break here as Foley comes back in. And misses both. Foley kind of wanted to go after that ball, but backed off.
Probably a wise move. Oh, my.
Engler comes up with a loose one. Now he feeds it over to Beekler.
And these guys don't call anything. I mean, I thought it was a foul on this end, and then it looked like 2 fouls on our end.
There's a baseline drive, and a finger roll does not go there for number 10, Kaiser, who hit 2 3-pointers in that first quarter.
Maybe he should have shot the 3 there instead of going to the basket.
Exactly.
He got too close.
Now Foley was way too short on that 18-foot jump shot. Still at 16-14, Jasper with a 2-point lead, 5:39 to go here in the second.
Looks like Ernie and Mundy, I believe, yeah. They're getting ready to check in.
That's a Fessel still looking for his first 2 points of the ball game as he misses that. Jasper quickly the other way. Engler drives down baseline, kicks out. Berg with a shot or a pass fake and then goes up, misses. And Foley gets the shot up and in, so Foley's got 4.
Yeah, they've got no answer for that inside. I mean, Foley can live in there by the rim and get offensive rebounds and putbacks all night long.
So there we go. Fessel finally gets his first 2 of the ball game, their leading scorer. Actually, check out Foley has 6 points. I missed that other one. 18-16, 2-point lead for the Wildcats as Foley tries to attack there, but the contact is made by Shire, number 23. So 3 Wildcats coming in, 2 Panthers, including number 22. First time we're seeing Blake Skinner.
Beekler, Albrand, and Engler are coming out for Jasper.
So Mundy.
Corydon is in a 2-1-2 zone after the out-of-bounds play.
And Mundy pops a 3-pointer to give the Wildcats a 5-point lead, 21-16. Three-pointer now launched there. Does not go for Martin. Mundy on the right side, now crosses over. Screen set for Berger. Now he's picked up by Martin there. Halfway through the second. Foley cannot get it to drop, though. Nice move he made there.
Yeah, but you got to finish those nice moves.
Right.
That's a charge, yeah.
Good. He was set down in the lane and contact drawn by Shire.
That was kind of that what we talked about at Washington the other night. You know, that's Jace's. That's his job when he's out there on the floor, is to do things like that.
Sure.
You know, to take charges, to make steals, and to do the things on the defensive end, and you know, do what he can on the offensive end. But you know, we don't have to look for him to score 10, 12 points a night.
Three-pointer hit there by Ernie. So he's popped 2 of them tonight, 6 points for him.
And here's, here we're at this point of the game here where, Corydon needs a bucket here, or we need to keep building. We can't be satisfied and just trade baskets with them. We need to go down here now and score, more early. There's an easy 2.
That was a great transition play there because Foley got the board and just rifled a pass right down to Berger for an easy 2. And now the Wildcats lead by 10, 26-16 here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Wildcats on a 12-2 run right now, leading this ball game by 10, 26-16. So a good start to this second quarter.
Yeah, it is. We're shooting the ball well tonight. And like we said earlier, this is the point where you got to, you start to build your lead. You got to keep building, and it's kind of what happened to us at Washington. We got to this point, and the next thing you know, we went on that big long dry spell without scoring, with turnovers and everything else.
Right.
That's where we need to make an improvement tonight. Even if you don't build on it, at least get shots and at least, have that opportunity. Don't go down there and throw the ball away and make careless mistakes.
All right, so the Panthers inbound. And Fessel, who's just got 2 points in this ball game. He's averaging 15. Still a 10-point lead for the Cats, 26-16. Feed down low into Gus. Now he feeds back out. Now they work the perimeter. All right, so Ernie goes baseline, gets it knocked away. Cats a hang on here. 2:19 on the clock, still at 26-16. So the Cats had those 5 quick fouls in the first quarter, just 1 called so far here. Both teams got 6.
I don't know what the referee's tying his shoe.
I guess.
Maybe he needs to get some Velcro.
Like you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
You haven't gone that
I'm
level yet.
I'm not that old yet, Craig. Now here's where, if we're patient, they come back in out of the inbounds play in the zone.
Gus makes a move, draws the contact, and drops the shot.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. If we're patient, we'll get a good shot out of this. And that's exactly what happened there.
So Gus Heichelbeck coming on as one of the top scorers in this basketball team, averaging 8.6, and he's got 5 so far tonight. Cats extend to a 13-point lead, largest of the ball game. 29-16 with 1:52. Drive baseline. Good job by Goodhue there. And they said, I guess he stepped out of bounds before he was able to throw it off the Corydon player.
His last step was out of bounds or on the line.
Panthers will inbound over to Fessel. Gets right back to Holton. He'll drive. Misses that shot. Mundy comes down. Feed into Gus. Gus can just muscle, but just a little off on that bank shot. Still a 13-point lead, though, for the Wildcats.
You get the ball that deep, you got to finish that.
Right.
You got to figure out a way to get your shoulders square to the basket and hit it.
Long on the 3 there is Skinner. So now Ernie comes down. Go to Gus again. Now he's got the touch. So
Gus ought to be able to have about 30 tonight.
Yeah, he should be able to shine from here on out.
Yeah.
7 points for the junior. Inside a minute, 31-16. Cats continue to extend the lead. Battle for the rebound. Gus comes down. Now the give and go, and shot is up by Mundy. Doesn't go, and now Goodhue's going to get that. Yep. Just climbing over the top of the Panthers there. Subs for the Wildcats. So England in, Heim in, Moondy out there, Albrand, Gus. So basically all players off the bench for the Wildcats on the floor right now as they got a 15-point lead, 31-16. But stepping to the line right now will be number 15, Jagger Holton.
Yeah, Jasper's played 11 guys tonight, I guess.
So Holton pops that free.
Yeah, 11 guys have been in the game tonight already for Jasper. So
Corydon Central, just 61% from the line this year, but 4 for 4 so far tonight. So 4 points for Jagger, 31-18. Gus feeds over, Engler drives, back over to Gus for a 15-footer, doesn't go. And we got 24 seconds on the clock. Corydon looking to cut into that 31-18 score.
way out there.
Way off. Yeah, Kaiser was a marksman in that first quarter, but did not score, or has not scored so far in this.
You know, and the thing I don't understand, there's 18 seconds left in the quarter. You can get that shot at any time. No. Why shoot it at 18 seconds?
Right.
Let's work the ball. I mean, you're down big already. You know, now you give Jasper an opportunity to score.
And so Albrand's got it with 2 seconds. Now Gus is going to shoot a 3, and he's going to be short on it. So I think the Wildcats just kind of lost track of time there.
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job of time management. I think that kind of goes back to the fact that we said, you know, that there was 5 guys off the bench in there. There wasn't a leader in there or a true point guard that could take things under control and let them know what was going on. But
all right, so Corydon goes to the locker room. The Wildcats do too. The Cats with a 31-18 lead over the Corydon Panthers here on 18 WJTS. Back once again here at Jasper High School here at halftime. The Wildcats with a 31-18 lead. Take a look at the scoring. First for the Corydon Central Panthers. They were led by Colton Kaiser. All 8 of his points came in the first quarter with 2 3-pointers and a couple free throws. 2 points for Tyler Fessel, their leading scorer. And 4 points for Jagger Holton, and Bryce Weber had 4 as well. The Wildcats, good spread of scoring here. Leading scorer is actually Heichelbeck with 7 points off the bench. Starters, Day had 5, Ernie's got 6, 2 for Berger, 6 for Foley. And also off the bench, Beekler had a bucket and a 3-pointer hit by Moondy. So, Jason, first half, Wildcats build as high as a 15-point lead. What are your thoughts there?
well, I think, you know, we got to continue. I thought we took care of the ball pretty decent. I don't know how many turnovers we had, but it was substantial. Well, that's just as we say
Whatever
that,
it is, they had one more.
Right on cue, but, you know, and that's how we started the game, too.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not forced, you know. I mean, it's just a lack of a bad pass, you know. You've got a set play coming out of the halftime. So you know what you're going to do, so take your time and execute it.
Foley finds a spot as he cuts to the lane and gets 2 points there, so the Cats get those 2 back that Fessel hit on the other end. 13-point lead. Fessel short on that 3. Day, nice feed into Ernie. That's teamwork.
That was a real nice pass. He took the extra dribble and created a better passing angle and was able to throw the bounce pass to him on the move, leading him to the basket. Well executed.
Holden with the basketball. He backs off, and the Cats pressure him out of the corner. 3-pointer by Martin. Looked good there.
It was a nice-looking shot. I was right in line with it. You could tell it was good from the minute it left his hand.
So first 3 points for him. Makes it a 12-point game, 35-23.
How is that not a foul?
I mean, Kissel was all over him.
Yeah. I don't know. And
Drive to
they
the basket does not go.
There's a foul over the back on them that they didn't call.
Fessel's going to shoot that three. Has not been able to find that mark, but a good put back there by Holton.
I'm not sure how that guy got the ball with Foley there. Foley's a foot taller than him, and somehow he came out of there with the rebound.
And a bucket.
And a bucket, yeah.
So it makes it a 10-point game now, 35-25. Again, the Wildcats built a double-digit lead early on in the third quarter against Washington before it all fell apart. Right now, and it was 36-26. Right now it's 35-25, so hopefully the Cats can stay under control. Foley gets the position and cannot get the shot, though. So Foley's making some moves out there. He's hit a few, and he's missed quite a few. Drive to lane by Holton, and that's going to be a foul on Goodhue.
Goodhue reached in there. I mean, if he'd have took just that extra step, he'd have got his body in position to stop the penetration. But he bailed himself. He bailed the guy out by reaching in.
Actually, they ended up calling it out on Foley, though.
They did?
Yeah.
Boy, okay.
So that's why Heichelbeck checks in. 2 fouls on Foley, first on the Wildcats. Inbound, Fessel trying to make a play without the ball. Holton gets it up and in. So Holton's starting to make some plays down there. My goodness.
Coach Gable's going to take a 30-second here.
Yeah, so the Cats had a 15-point lead not too long ago. Now it's only 8, 35-27 here on 18 WJTS. So the Cats come out of that timeout, Jason. What do you think Coach Gable talked to him about?
Well, I would venture to say that he told them that they need to take care of the basketball, which that should have been the theme for the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
And our defense is letting us down a little bit here to start the second half. I think, they're getting some second chance points.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing a very good job of blocking them off the board.
Ernie with the shot fake there, gives it up. Day. Heim in the ball game. Jumper on the way, and Ernie knocks that one down. So Ernie having a nice night. He's got 10.
That was a nice shot. We were patient, moved the ball around.
Now Ernie comes up with the steal, so he's doing his part, drives quickly and gets his 12th point. So 6 quick points for him, 39-27, gets that lead right back in the double digits.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, coming out of that timeout, I'm sure Coach Gable probably discussed defense, and, we've come out and come up with 2 big steals, but there's, a lack of a block out, and it ends up as 2 points. Those are just little things that are mental that, you can't have. I mean, you've got to learn to block out. You got to block out on every shot. That should have been our ball coming this way with a 12-point lead. Instead, it's a 10-point lead.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we held them to just 4 points in that second quarter with outstanding defense, and then they come out, they've got 11 inside the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, I mean, I think that, I'm sure he's wasn't real pleased there at that timeout with our defensive effort.
So Heichelbeck's in there.
Defense and blocking out are 2 things that, there's no glory in it. It's something you have to want to do. And I preach that to our 6th graders all the time. I said, if you don't want to play defense, you're not going to be a good basketball player. I said, you have to want to do it.
All right, well,
nice shot by Day, 3-pointer. But, blocking out, same thing. You don't get your name in the stats or anything else because you blocked out all your man every time. And that's where kids nowadays, they, that's what they're after is the stats. They want to see their name in the paper and they want to be the leading scorer or things like that. And it takes some guys that do the grunt work for a team to be successful.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. All right, so 42-29, 3:08 to go. That foul was the 3rd foul called on number 10, Kaiser. So
Mundy's in the ball game. Albrand, Heim, Heichelbeck, and Day. I got to get the ball inside to Gus. I mean, I almost feel sorry for the guy that's in there trying to guard him because he's like.
Well, I was going to say one thing. Gus needs to utilize his size and strength and body and everything to just get better position. Now, like right there, again, he's letting this guy front him there, and it's just like push him out of the way.
Yeah, or if he's going to front him, put your hand up for the lob pass.
So Mooney's launching the three, but Gus gets the rebound, but then it gets swiped right out of his hands by Weber. Martin comes up behind the back and will slow it down. So the Panthers trail the Wildcats by 13.
Jasper's in a little zone, some sort, and that's right there is what happens when you play a zone is the block out. It's very hard to block out when you're playing a zone defense because in a zone defense, ill-advised pass, but in a zone defense, you're guarding an area basically. So it's hard to find somebody sometimes to block out.
All right, so there's a scrum on the floor here. But coming back to that last possession right there, again, I really think Gus, even from, 14 feet out or whatever, is a better shot than feeding down to Heim down there, who's double teamed. So, again, those are just the kind of things that the Wildcats just have to see, those openings, and not try to overpass the basketball.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There's times and places that you want to throw the ball, and there's times and places that you don't. And they've got to – this team's got to start figuring some of those things out. You don't want to throw it to certain guys in certain positions. And I think, right now they're struggling a little bit with that. They're kind of, I don't want to say forcing their own turnovers by doing that, but that's really what they're kind of doing.
All right, so Day's going to bring it out across the timeline there. 1:25 on the clock, and just swiped right away as Fessel, and Fessel will go the other way for his 6th point of the ball game.
Seeing that that's a turnover that, really it was just a lack of taking care of the basketball. I mean, Corydon's playing hard. There's no doubt.
Right.
I mean, they're just out there and they've got nothing to lose, and they're playing hard. They're just, I think,
So Day gets to the lane, and they're going to say before the shot, so that's not going to go. So 42-31, we got 1:07 to go here in the third. Jasper led by 13 at the end of 2.
Beekler was so wide open that he didn't realize it.
And didn't really know what to do either.
Yeah. Foley or Beekler is going to pick this. Beekler, I think, is. Yeah, he was so wide open, it was like, oh.
All right, so 42-31 inside a minute. Jump pass goes off the fingers there of Shireman. Now he's going to have to retrieve it, but the Cats come up with it. Allbrand makes the move, and that will be a foul down low, so he'll shoot 2. Number 23, Shireman's going to pick up that one. I think that's his 4th. Check out, it's his 3rd. All right, so Allbrand will step up. He missed 2 free throws earlier. Pops that one. So Ingler's going to give Day a break there for the last 38 seconds. And 2 for 2. 44-31. Both teams have played even basketball here in this third quarter.
Which it's okay for Jasper, but for Corydon, that's not good.
No. Martin pops another one. He hit one to start the quarter and pops one to end one there.
Got a nice looking shot for a sophomore. Oh, there's another turnover.
And they got plenty of time at 12.3 to go here.
This has to be frustrating, from the coaching standpoint, because you can't, as a coach, you can't do anything. I mean, you teach them in practice, you tell them what to do, and then when you get into the games, it's like, we were talking about it on the way home from Washington the other night. Years ago, practices would have been a whole lot different.
Oh, man.
After a weekend like that, than what they. There's a nice turnaround shot.
Yeah, Holden with the turnaround. Scores 6 points in this quarter, but yeah, your point there.
Yeah, I mean, kids don't react nowadays to things the way that they used to. Nowadays you got to be so careful because they'll just shut down.
Right.
They won't respond. And I mean, back when years ago, if you would have had a weekend like that, practice I can tell you it wouldn't have been fun.
It wouldn't have been pleasant.
You wouldn't have had a ball out there. You probably just ran. And as a coach, you got to find a way to get their attention.
Right.
And
because you're just so limited on time.
Yeah.
All right, so 44-36, Cats up here on 18 WJTS. All right, so we're going to the fourth. It's an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. And Coach John Gable really letting his team know that he is not happy with their play right now, and they come out in the zone.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, you got to let these kids know when they're not performing to the way they're supposed to be, and if you got to yell at them, you got to yell at them. I mean, that's part of playing high school sports or sports in general.
Well, now we're talking about a 5-point game with that three-pointer by Martin. He's hit 3 of them. Now Foley open all alone down low.
We did a good job of keeping our head up and seeing the whole floor. I think Goodhue was the one that made the pass.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do, and it looks like now we're going to go back to our man-to-man, which, I like to see that because it just seems when you play a man-to-man, it seems like you're a lot more active. When you're playing a zone, it seems like you get caught standing around a lot.
Mm-hmm. Drive to the basket, that's Fessel, but he can't get it to go. So 46-39, 7-point lead for the Wildcats. They led by 13 at halftime.
Right there, Ernie's guarding number 11, Martin, and I don't know, he was out in the corner and he was probably on no help side. So that's what let that guy get all the way to the basket.
Too much mustard on that pass to Fessel, and so the Cats come up with it, and Mooney goes coast to coast and will shoot 2. 46-39, 6:51, fourth quarter. Corydon outscoring the Wildcats by 5 in that third quarter, 18-13. They doubled their score. They had 18 at halftime.
That's Kaiser's 4th foul, so that could play into.
So Mundy swishes that one. So he's got 4. So Mundy pops the other. So the Cats hit all 4 free throws here in the second half. 6:47 to go. It leads back up to 9. Cats back in the man-to-man now. Fessel has just not been able to find his game yet. But a lot of time left in this ball game as he makes a move there, puts a shot up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's 2 sophomores going against each other there. Fessel's a sophomore, and so is Mundy.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like Isaac's getting ready to check back in for Jasper.
And that's the thing, again, we're talking about Corydon only shooting 61% from the foul line. Fessel, their leading scorer, is only shooting 61. So again, and he gets that one to drop. 48-40, ball gets knocked out, and Cats will,
I guess
a win off Jasper, okay.
Yeah, another turnover. It's just, those just have to be driving the coaching staff bananas.
I agree.
And it's like we talked at the Open, you you have to, with the schedule the way it is, you know, you have to fix these things on the fly, and that's not easy to do.
Right.
From the player standpoint, they're lucky, I think, that that's the way it has to be done. But, you know, as a coach, it's got to drive you crazy.
Ernie drives. Now he gets cut off by Martin. Foley's up high.
We're standing around a lot. I mean,
Martin gets a long rebound after the Berger miss. So still a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it's shouldn't be easy for them to come back, but I think there's going to be a foul on Goodhue. Yeah.
All right, so 48-40 is our score. 5:30 to go as Heichelbeck checks in. Actually, Goodhue's going to go out. Second foul on him. 5 fouls on the Wildcats, 4 on Corydon. Day just keeping his eye on number 3. Drive to the lane. Good job by Gus to cut that off. Now they pass out to a three-pointer, but another offensive board, though.
Somebody didn't block out. I mean, we're fortunate that we get by with it because
Oh, Gus.
that did everything but go in.
Right. His touch has been off a little bit tonight. Short on the layup there.
Oop.
So Foley with it, and now gives it up to Day, who races across.
Ernie
I'm sorry, Ernie.
today
Day now.
to Heichelbeck.
Gus,
He traveled.
easy one. There you go.
He traveled big time and nobody saw it. I don't think but me, and I don't count.
So 9
That guy
points.
turned it over, palmed it.
So Cats lead is now 10, 50-40. .432 on the clock, 50-40. Jasper up by 10.
Looks like Corydon's in a 1-3-1 zone now. I don't know if they're going to try to trap out of it or what they're doing.
They actually extend out once he picked up his dribble there. Foley, though, gets a bucket over here.
And that's the place to go against that zone defense, is that middle of the floor is going to be wide open. That's a tough shot.
Tough shot, but goes in for Fessel. So hopefully that's not what it takes for him to start going off. Right now it's a 10-point lead. Timeout on the floor, 52-42. Jasper up over Corydon Central here on 18 WJTS. Gus Heichelbeck's going to inbound for the Wildcats as Corydon puts some pressure on the Cats there, full court. Try to trap there. Now they get over to Ernie in the corner.
Jasper's got to take care of the basketball. You know, they're gonna come out and throw all kinds of garbage defenses at you. You know, trying to get you to rush and take a bad shot, force a turnover. You know, and
it should be point blank, and it is. So Foley's got 14 tonight. But that's the thing, whenever you're going against those types of defenses, you got to find those types of openings.
yeah, you're exactly right.
Drive to the lane does not go. Long pass down to Berger, and now he feeds it over to Day. Day off the glass too hard. Martin comes up with it. Day steals it from him. Now Martin gets it right back. And Martin with an awful shot there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This looks like playground ball out here. I mean, it's pretty ugly.
Fessel in and out. Again, still trying to find his ball game tonight. He has scored 9 points tonight, but they've not been easy ones. 12-point lead for the Cats. And John Gable wisely calls a timeout because they had a easy steal going the other way. So 2:35, 54-42, Jasper over Corydon here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again. Jasper 54, Corydon Central 42. And what's that Central mean, Jason?
The Central in Corydon Central stands for, they serve as the Central High School for the Consolidated South Harrison Community School System.
How do we live without Wikipedia?
I don't know. I didn't look that up. I knew that off the top of my head.
Okay, yeah, he did. He did. All right, 2:24 on the clock, Cats. Side out goes into Ernie there. I'm sorry, into Dave. By the time they're seniors next year, I'll get them both right.
Corydon's in a man-to-man. There's a nice cut, nice feed. Good decision not to shoot that.
Very good decision. All right, so Dave backs up in a little trouble there, but Martin ends up reaching in and fouling him, so that's going to be. Is that a quick 6 up there, or is that number 7?
That's
it's a quick 6. Okay.
Because I just looked and it was 5, so that's the only reason I know that it was.
Because I heard Gobert over there saying he thought it was their 6th foul. So.
Yeah.
But the 4th, though, on Martin.
Yeah, second half, he's been probably their best outside shooter.
All right, we're inside of 2, ladies and gentlemen, 152.
Got to move, got to help him.
And again, situation for the Cats.
Pass
you don't have to score again.
No, just pass the basketball. Corydon's doesn't look like they're going to try to foul.
Well, they actually get the steal, knock it away from Berger. Berger thought he got fouled there. It looked like he got hit in the mouth or something. So then Corydon goes the other way, scores quickly, and calls the timeout.
They're going to call it 30.
All right, so it's a 10-point lead, 126. Not much time, but again, Cats lose the handle of the basketball there again.
Yeah, you got to, at the end of the games like this, you got to be strong with the basketball because obviously the other team's going for steals. They're doing whatever they can. They're poking, they're scratching, maybe it was a foul or not, I don't know, but you have to be strong with it to not let them, take it away from you. So, it's a good learning tool for Jasper here to, in a closer game, if this was a 2 or a 4-point game and you're trying to do that, then those little plays are compounded.
Yeah, they're critical errors then.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's still, it's a 10-point game with a minute and a half to go. I mean, I wouldn't think they could come back, but, you still have to learn from this and learn how to finish games.
Right. Because, Corydon's not going to give up. So, again, they're going to treat it like it's a pressure situation.
Well, Goodhue must have been the guy they were wanting to foul.
Right.
He got it, and they swarmed after him.
All right, so Jace will go to the line. Third personal foul called on Jagger Holton. Jace makes him pay with a bucket.
Goodhue just calmly steps up there and drains it. Just like he did against Southridge.
Gus is going to sit down. They start to make the offense-defense switch. Yeah. Yep. All right, so Jace, 2 for 2.
Both.
So again, free throws, a way to close out basketball games. Gives them a 12-point lead with 1:11 go.
That's exactly right. Take care of the basketball and hit your free throws. You can win a lot of ball games at the end that way.
Jagger with the jumper doesn't go.
They had nobody in there to rebound.
Inside a minute, but a steal there. So Jagger gets the steal and another bucket there. So 10-point game, 56-46 with 45 to go, and now the fouls start.
I think it's a little out of reach. 10 points with 43 seconds left.
Right.
It would take a total meltdown to lose that.
At this point, yeah, you're right. But again, these are opportunities to work on your game, and free throws are a huge part of the game, especially late in the fourth quarter. So
There's
Dave
no doubt.
pops that.
No doubt.
So 9 points for Isaac. And now make it 10.
We just need to make sure we don't do anything dumb on the defensive end by committing a foul and letting them.
Well, commit a foul.
It wasn't much of one. I will give Isaac that.
We have them to give.
And we did have one to give, so we're not in the bonus yet, or they're not in the bonus yet. But
Holton inbounds there, and it gets hammered away as Colton Kaiser.
Now they will go to the free throw line, probably to shoot 2.
So Kaiser jumped out on fire against this Wildcat team. He had 8 points, 2 3-pointers, and a couple free throws in that first quarter, but has yet to score since. Looking for that 9th point and in and out.
Berger picked up that foul. Himes in for Goodhue.
Kaiser 0 for 2.
Both, but they get the rebound.
And they get the shot.
21, who's that?
That's Bryce Weber.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a shooter.
So he's got 8 points tonight. And a quick foul here will put Isaac Day at the line. So that's the 5th foul called on Colton Kaiser, so he's going to sit. 23 checks in for him. That's Shireman. So that was 1 and 1. 24 seconds. 10-point lead.
Nobody wants to shoot it.
Vessel misses everything on that one.
Not everything. It hit the backboard.
Okay, well.
But they
But
get the
steal,
ball back.
Yeah, right back. So that's going to be a jump. No, they call the foul, actually. So number 23 picks it up. So that's a 4th foul on Shireman. And we'll be looking at
2 shots.
Double bonus, yeah. All right, so Berger will step up.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, Craig, and say that we're going to walk away with a victory tonight.
Yeah, with 9.4 and a 10-point lead. You're a genius.
I will retire if we lose this one, which some people may be hoping that happens.
No. All right, 11-point lead, 59-48. Final seconds tick off. 3-pointer shot missed there. And
jump ball.
Called jump ball with 0.6 to go.
Be Jasper's ball.
All right, so we need an inbound here, and Jasper will have their 3rd win of the season, going to 3-7 on the year. So Jasper wins at 59-48. Not a thing of beauty, but it's a win in the win column, Jason.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Greg. You know, this team's at the point where they need some confidence. They need to win, a couple basketball games, and we're in a little bit of our schedule here where we've got that opportunity. I'm not saying anything against the teams that we play, but it is some schools that we know that we can, if we play well, we're going to compete. We're going to be in the game with.
Right.
So that's what's big about picking up tonight's victory. And again, it's a short week. You got to turn around and you'll be right back here on this floor Friday night against Forest Park. And that's another county rivalry. I'm sure they'll come in here wanting to beat us. Mm-hmm. They always do. So from that standpoint, coaching staff's got a couple days to try to work on some things. And then they'll be back out here Friday night. Hopefully that, we can learn from some of the mistakes that we've made in the last 4 games that we've played. And if you stop and look at it, last 4 games were 2-2. It's just that those 2 that we lost Friday and Saturday, we had 42 turnovers,
mm-hmm.
So that added the sting,
right?
A loss is a loss. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 point or by 20 points,
right.
But It's when you have a loss with that amount of turnovers and the lack of playing well. You know, I think as a coach, that's what sets worse than what the scoreboard says.
Sure.
You know, so I think they'll come out Wednesday and Thursday and work on some things that the coaching staff feels they need to get better at, and have an opportunity on Friday and Saturday night to correct those things.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing's good with this season the way it is, that they don't wait long between games to have to come back out and learn what mistakes they made and try to get them corrected in practice. So we'll see Friday night. I don't know a lot about Forest Park. I know the Howard boy is I believe a junior, pretty good ball player. But other than that, I don't have any idea what their record is or anything else. But all that's pretty well a moot point, because I think as a coaching staff they want to see how well we can play as a team.
Right.
Tonight you walked away with 11-point victory, but how did you play? I have no idea how many turnovers we had. Hopefully, maybe when one of the coaches come up to talk here in a little bit, they'll be able to tell you, yeah, we did cut them down tonight, 10 or 11, whatever it was. I don't know, but from that standpoint, I think it was a little bit better tonight. Obviously, I don't think we had 20, but still, there's a lot of room for improvement on those.
Right. One player I thought just from tonight, as far as some of the things he did on the floor, decisions he made, Tanner Ernie, I just think is a player that's steadily getting better.
Tanner is. There was a couple games there where he kind of disappeared. You didn't really know he was out there on the floor. Tonight he was assertive again. And I think that's what they need out of him. Night in and night out. That's what this group needs. It needs some consistency. You have one guy have a nice night one night, and when I say a nice night, I don't mean a nice night's not you got to go out and score 15 or 20 points.
Right.
A nice night is you play good defense, you don't have turnovers and those type of things. That's a nice night.
And good decisions too.
And make good decisions.
Right.
That's exactly right. So, I think that's what we need is some consistent play out of more of these guys. So, looks like here comes the coaching staff ready.
All right, well, we'll take a break here. Jasper wins it tonight, 59-48 here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Jasper High School. We got Coach Bagley with us. And, Coach, first of all, I got here late. I was running a little bit late. Jason had a basketball practice and all that. And we're like 5 minutes before the ball game. So, obviously, that JV game went quick. Did you just take care of business quickly there or what?
Yeah, it was a quick game. It's a pretty clean game, which helps, when there's not a whole lot of fouls called. And, our guys did a pretty good job, and they played defense without fouling. And it was a quick game. Neither team called a whole lot of timeouts. So, it was, just nice and smooth and quick.
Right. Well, I want to get your perspective on a couple things here. I mean, obviously, Jasper had a struggle this past weekend. Tons of turnovers. I think we had 42 turnovers in 2 games. And, again, no coach is going to be accepting of that type of play, And so, but that's something that you need to work on. You had one day to kind of work on some things to try to improve that. What were the turnover numbers tonight, do you know?
We finished with 13. I think we had 3 in the first half and 10 in the second.
So we're cutting down on that.
Yeah.
We're cutting down on that. But really, what was your message, from Saturday night, the end of Saturday night's game until we played tonight?
Yeah, some of our, when we watched a good amount of film yesterday after practice, and during practice we pointed out just some, times where we should have moved the ball to an extra one, or to throwing it somewhere, and we were holding it too long, or we were dribbling it too much. Where we talked a lot about yesterday was keep our spacing and then trust your teammate. We kept dribbling it 1 or 2 too many dribbles, and it just killed our spacing and it killed the flow of our offense. And I thought tonight in the first half, our offense was much better as far as spacing and ball movement. The ball was just kind of snapping from hand to hand, and obviously in the second half they kind of changed their defense, which we need to adjust a little bit better to. But it was just I thought we trusted our teammates a whole lot more. We were trying to get in gaps and make a play for our teammate rather than over dribble it for no purpose.
Right. And the other thing too. we're constantly looking for someone to take charge and be the leader on this team. I mean, when you had a great career when you played, and obviously your senior year you were putting in that particular role. Okay, how does one just become a leader as the season progresses on? When somebody, what's it take for someone to kind of take that spot?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you look for your experience and your upperclassmen to do that, but it just really comes down to a point where we've been struggling, so it's got to take somebody who just steps up and says, you know what, we're not doing this anymore. We are, and that doesn't mean we're going to win every game. It just means that when things get tough, we got somebody there that's going to rally the troops and say, we got to move on to the next play, hold guys accountable. And I thought Jace Goodhue was much more vocal tonight on the floor. Okay. Did a much better job. Caleb Berger has kind of, he's done a better job. He's still got to, get better at it. But you can tell he's been more active towards trying to help other guys. And then from a senior, that's something that, he's got to be able to do because he has the most experience on our team. And it doesn't have to just be him. It can be a group of guys that when things go south, we've got to come together rather than, kind of just wilt away.
All right, well, obviously getting a win tonight, so that's the key thing there. But what improvements did you see tonight?
Yeah, I just thought, we were more engaged as far as, defensively. We were a little bit more active. I thought we came out with good energy. And then the biggest thing that I looked at was on the offensive side of the ball. We just our ball movement. We were cutting. Our spacing was really good, and that's just something that we have to continue to improve on. And hopefully, when we watch the film, we'll point out some things that need to get fixed, but also point out some good things that we did in the first half.
Right, and the thing is, utilizing film. That's obviously what you can see is going on in the court and all that, and it's a chance for obviously the players are active on the court. They may not see certain things. They may not see that that passing angle wasn't there and that type of thing, But with that look at the games from the other night, again, did we right the ship, I guess?
Yeah, to a point. I mean, we're not perfect by any means. I mean, there's still quite a few things, but yesterday we sat there in the film room and they knew it. They knew it. They just, like you said, when they're playing it, it's hard to, but when you can go point it out and you can see him on the film, there are many times where we were watching the film yesterday and a guy would be dribbling and we'd ask him, where's this ball need to go? Got to go to the wing. It's got to go to that spot, and they know it. It's just, going back to trust your teammate. Right. Do we trust that he's going to make the right play, or are we not sure, so we're going to take another dribble? Yeah. And I thought we did a much better job of that. It has to continue to improve, and then it's got to when teams change defenses. We had a pretty good rhythm going in the first half, and then they flipped it on us a little bit, and we have to do a better job of adjusting to that and taking care of the ball. Right.
All right, Forest Park coming in here. What do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be any, obviously we won't have anybody in the stands, but it's Jasper, Forest Park. I mean, we can go play at the playground, and it's going to be competitive. So, I know they've got some guys that can score the ball, so we'll have our hands full. I mean, we've got to show up with a competitive attitude, and, we competed hard yesterday at practice and for the most part tonight, and we just have to continue to do that throughout the week and, look forward to another, probably a physical, tough game. I mean, that's Forest Park. They're going to play hard. They're going to be physical, and we have to set the tone.
Well, it's game by game at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, good luck coming up and a great win tonight.
Thank you.
All right. So Coach Bagley breaking it down both as far as how the JV did tonight and also the varsity ball game. Jasper winning 59-48 over the Corydon Central Panthers. So quick rundown of the scoring here. Number 14, Jager Holton, number 15, scores 14. So he led the Panthers in scoring tonight. Only player in double figures, but they had good balance scoring from all their starters who actually did all the scoring tonight. 9 points for Fessel, Kaiser 8, 9 for Martin, and 8 points for Bryce Weber. And for the Wildcats, they were led tonight by Connor Foley, scores 14 points. 12 points for Ernie, 10 points for Day. 3 points for Berger and 2 points for Goodhue. And off the bench, 4 players scoring with Gus Heichelbeck's 9, 5 points for Mundi, 2 points from Allbrand and also for Beekler. So the Wildcats improved to 3-7 on the season, and their next ball game Friday night against Forest Park, and then also another home game on Saturday night. That'll be against Evansville Harrison. Both of those 7:30 starts. And as far as the varsity, JV will start at 6. And Corydon Central will play Salem. They're on the road at Salem Friday night for their next game as they fall to 4-9. So Jasper wins tonight over the Corydon Centrals 59-48. So for Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos on the video, my name is Craig Schneider. This is Wildcat Basketball on 18 WJTS. Good night.
This has been a presentation of 18 WJTS Sports.